All in one. Yeah, with all the 6 traditional halls. So we ain't wasting much time over here. And before then, we will start with a hall. Yeah, sure. So whilst we are here, everything we are doing over here is going live on the internet, and you could search on your YouTube channels. That's e-learning with a live page. Everything is going on over there, as we can see over here. So we're starting right away with Africa Hall. So we will give it up to Miss Priscilla, the Electoral Commissioner for Africa Hall, to declare the results over there for us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So as you said, my name is Priscilla Meku. So our total votes was 537. Total verified was 541. Total women votes were 251. And total verified but not voted was 4. With Africa Hall, we had no one going for electoral commissioner, so there is nobody there. So we moved straight to the financial secretary, in the person of Miss Edu Paco Efia, who had 65 votes in all, that is 12.10% voting no, and 457 voting yes, with a percentage of 85.10. Moving on to the general secretary, we have Techi Louisa Echiapoma, who had a total vote of 124, making 23.09%. And we have Miss Nanaya Jessie, general secretary, also had 135 votes, making 25.14%. Moving on to the presidential candidates, we have Miss Owusu Echa Stella Akosua, having 259 votes, with 47.86%. So, therefore, by the power vested in me, I declare Miss Edu Pako as the Financial Secretary-elect for Africa Hall, and I declare Miss Berekwa Phyllis Asante as the General Secretary-elect, and I declare Miss Rhoda Frimpong Abrefi as the Africa Hall President-elect. Thank you.
Yeah, please, we can give it up for the Electoral Commissioner for Africa Hall. And whilst we're moving on, I think the link is being shared around, and you can also forward for your friends to also join and enjoy what's going on over here. And whilst we are moving on to, we can't also stop extending our gratitude. That's our special thanks to the SRC President for his exemplary leadership and collaboration. So let's call upon Republic Hall EC in the person of Master Victor as he comes to declare the results for let's give it up for him.
Good evening. Please, my name is Owusu Osei Victor, the Electoral Commissioner for Republic Hall, and I'm here to declare the provisional results for the just ended JCRC elections 2023. So we had a total number of 827 votes casted, out of which 280 were women. So I moved straight to the results. So I will start from the Electoral Commissioners. The first candidate, in the person of Clovie James, had a total of 147 votes casted, which is 17.78%. Candidate number 2, Ishmael Abani Nsoyini, had a total number of 420 votes casted, which is 50. So candidate number 1 for Electoral Commissioner is in the person of Ishmael Abani Nsoyini. He had a total number of 420 votes casted, which is 50.79%. Candidate number 2, Wilson Nana Daniel, had a total of 392 votes casted, which is 47.40%. With these results, I declare Master Ishmael Abani Nsoyini Electoral Commissioner-elect. I move to the financial secretaries. The first candidate, in the person of Lukman Mustafa, had a total of... Okay, sure. So I will start from the candidate who had the least votes. So the last candidate had a total of 147, which is 17.78%. The second candidate had a total of 255, which is 30.83%. And the first candidate had a total of 414, which is 50.06. The last candidate is in the person of Clovie James. The second, Lukman Mustafa. And the first candidate, Matilda Oforiata. With these results, I declare Ms. Matilda Oforiata as the Financial Secretary-elect. So I move straight to the General Secretaries. The last candidate had a total of 238 votes casted, which is 28.78%. The first candidate had 584, representing 70.62%. The second candidate is in the person of Ms. Esther Nati Kinati. The first candidate is Ahatefu Adelaide. With these results, I declare Ms. Ahatefu Adelaide as the General Secretary-elect. So finally, I move to the presidents. The first candidate had a total of 340 votes, which represents 41.11%. The first candidate had 484 votes, which represent 58.52%. The second candidate is in the person of Master Richard Adote. The first candidate is in the person of Master Bright Amoyao. With these results, I declare Master Bright Amoyao as the president-elect. My name is Owusu Osei Victor, the Electoral Commissioner for Republic of. Thank you.
Oh, let's give it up for Master Victor. Yeah. This one, the entropy, you go to explain, no evidence. Yeah. So we move on to the next hall. Can we have some silence over here? We move on to the next hall. So I call upon the Electoral Commissioner for Indies Hall to come and declare the results for. Oh, let's give it up for him.
Good evening. My name is Alabadek, an independent or electoral commissioner. Okay. So, total vote, we had 901. Total verified vote, we had 903. Total verified but not voted, 2. Total women vote, 308. Okay, so I start from the electoral commissioner portfolio. We have Master Emmanuel Esendo, recording 545 votes, which is equivalent to 60.49%. Hezekiah Beckley, 340 votes, which is equivalent to 37.74%. Next, Financial Secretary. I have Mr. Gabriel Amoa, recording 628 votes, which is equivalent to 69.70. Master Brain Austin Boedu, 270 votes, equivalent to 29.97. So, okay. Next position, General Secretary. I have Ms. Adams Barikisu Esinam, recording 266 votes, which is equivalent to 29.52%. Ms. Wolinam Kekeli Achukunedru, 591 votes, equivalent to 65.95. President, I have Obin Jesse, recording 28 votes, which is equivalent to 3.11. Master Elvis Nkrumah, recording 286 votes, equivalent to 31.74. Mr. John Ephraim Fosu, recording 528 votes, equivalent to 64.59. By the power vested in me as the Independent or Electoral Commissioner, I declare Master John Ephraim Fosu as the JCR President-elect for 2023-2024 academic year. Ms. Wolinam Kekeli Achukunedru, General Secretary-elect for the 2023-2024 academic year. Mr. Gabriel Amoa, Financial Secretary-elect for the 2023-2024. Mr. Emmanuel Esendo, Electoral Commissioner-elect for the 2023-2024 academic year. Thank you.
Oh, let's give it up for him. Yeah, some people still they explain. You explain. Yeah, sure. So let's call upon first the EC for Unity Hall. Yeah, let's give it up for him. Oh, let's give it up for him. Yeah, sure.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gasford Mosafon, the Electoral Commissioner for Unity Hall. The total voted was 1,149. Total verified, 1,155. Total women votes, 594. Total verified but not voted, just 6. I'll start with the Electoral Commissioner. Yusuf Abdallah, the only one who ran for electoral commissioner, had a yes vote of 1,065. That's 92.69% of the votes. And 49 people wanted you no. Financial secretary, there were 3 candidates. Obiniyem. The first person had 409 votes, 35.60%. The second person, 393 votes, 34.20%. The third person, 323 votes, 28.11%. Nate Noah, the third person. Asopia Frederick, the second person. And our financial secretary-elect is Samuel Ofori-Darko. 4 people picked forms for general secretary. The first person had 450 votes, representing 39.16%. The second person, 329 votes, representing 28.63%. The third person, 192 votes, representing 16.71%. And the last person, 163 votes, representing 14.19%. The fourth person, Eko Isiedu Abaka. The third person, Kwesiata Enoch Isando. The second person, Williams Opoku Donyina. And the general secretary-elect is Nigel Asamoah Entry. 5 people picked forms for president. The first person had a total vote of 306, representing 26.63%. The second person had 260 votes, representing 22.63%. The third person had 230 votes, representing 20.02%. The fourth person had 194 votes, representing 16.88%. The last but not the least had 153 votes, representing 13.32%. Adoko Nanaya Jesse, 5th position. The fourth person, Kobina Oberfors. The third person, Joseph Anoche. By the power vested in me as the Unity Hall Electoral Commissioner, I pronounce Sama Matthew as the next Unity Hall GCR President. Thank you, everyone.
Oh, let's give it up for Unity Hall Electoral Commissioner. Yeah. So, without much ado, I invite Queen's Hall EC, Miss Charlotte, to declare the results for Queen's Hall. Let's give it up for her. Yeah, sure.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Charlotte Abna Efriye Fojo, Queen's Hall Electoral Commissioner. We had a total vote of 686 and a total verified vote of 692. Total women votes was 222, and the total verified but not voted was 6. So I'll move on to the Electoral Commissioner. The first person had a total vote of 468, representing 68.22%. The second person had a total vote of 197, representing 28.72%. I declare Christian Ampofo as the Electoral Commissioner-elect for Queen's Hall. The financial secretary had a total vote of no as 18, and which represents 2.62%. And total number of yes votes was 646, representing 94.17%. I declare Ayim Emmanuel Kofi as the financial secretary-elect for Queen's Hall. Moving on to the general secretary. The first person had a total vote of 398, representing 58.02%. The second person had a total vote of 178, representing 25.95%. The third person had a total vote of 106, representing 15.45%. With this, I declare Osei Entry Kelvin as the General Secretary-elect for Queen's Hall. The presidential candidates had a total vote of yes at 623%, which represents 90.82%, and a total vote of no as 40, which represents 5.8%. With this result, I declare Augustine Jima Echampong as the president-elect for Queen's Hall. My name is Charlotte Abna Efriye Fojo, Queen's Hall Electoral Commissioner. Thank you.
Oh, let's give it up for Miss Charlotte. Yeah. So before we move to Kat, we will have to finish with Kat. Yeah. So I'll call upon the SRC Deputy Electoral Commissioner in the person of Master Louis Nukuno Anas to declare Comfort Anoche, that's the GCRs over there. Let's give it up for him. Let's give it up for him. Sure.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so we move to CAT's JCR. We had 3 positions that we actually ran for. That's the Financial Secretary, General Secretary, and then President. Total verified were 537. Total voted, 536. And total women votes, 219. Total verified but not voted, 1. I start with the Financial Secretary. Aspirants number 1 had 251, which was 46.83%. And then aspirants number 2 had 279, which was 52.05%. So on this, I declare Osei Ason Derek as the Financial Secretary-elect for CAT JCR. I move on to the General Secretary. Aspirant number 1, in the person of Nana Ama Echampoma Esiama, had 334, which is a percentage of 62.31. And then aspirant number 2, in the person of Jessica Afi Fayose, had 195, a percentage of 36.38%. With this result, I declare Nanama Echampoma Esiama as the CAT JCR General Secretary-elect. I move on to the President, which was unopposed. In the person of Ken Edward Nimakon Entry, he had 495 yes, a percentage of 92.35%, and a no vote of 25, which is 4.66%. With this result, I declare Ken Edward Nimakon Entry the CAT JCR President-elect. Thank you very much.
Oh, let's give it up for him. Yeah, still not forgetting the commendable works of Master Franco Uzu, wherever you are. Big ups to you. And let's listen to the declaration of the results for Katanga. That's the hall of intellectuals. Yeah, so we have here the Electoral Commissioner, Master Brown. Let's give it up for him.
Thank you very much, EC. So I'm Theophilus Ezekiel Brown, the returning officer for University of Katanga, and obviously the best one in KNUST. Okay, so we had a total vote of 909, a total verified of 920, total women votes 383, and total verified but not votes 11. We had 3 positions being contested for. No one contested for the Electoral Commission position. So I will start with the Financial Secretary. We had an unopposed candidate in the person of Atiamo Gideon Asamoah, who obtained a no vote of 33, representing 3.63%, and a yes vote of 858, representing 94.39%. I move on to the General Secretary. We had 2 candidates. We had Master Ofosuihini Henry, who obtained a vote of 375, representing 41.25%. We had Master Osei Kojo Ignas, who obtained a vote of 521, representing 57.32%. Now to the presidential. 3 candidates. We had Master Elijah Atiga Aladago obtaining 69 votes, representing 7.59%. We had Master Desmond Amo, who obtained a vote of 482, representing 53.03%. And we had Master Che Frimpong Collins, who obtained a vote of 348, representing 38.28%. And now, by the power vested in me as the returning officer for the University of Katanga, I declare Master Atiamo Gideon Asamoah as the Financial Secretary-elect for the 2023-2024 academic year. I declare Master Osei Kojo Ignas as the General Secretary-elect for the 2023-2024 academic year. And finally, I declare Master Desmond Amo as the President-elect for the 2023-2024 academic year. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you all for being here and those who joined us live on the e-learning channel. We thank you all very much. Please, all aspirants are to wait behind to sign against the results. Thank you very much for being here. Have a nice evening. Please, all aspirants are to sign behind the results, your various results. So you see your hall EC, you sign against your results or your name before you leave this premises.